and abolish our borders in the service of globalism. There is nothing Democrats aren't willing to do, and you're seeing it day by day, and you've seen it more in the last week than you've ever seen it before. And no one, just think of this, no one under any circumstances is allowed to speak up if you're on this side of the equation. But guess what? We're speaking up like nobody has ever spoken up before. They want to get the power that they so desperately crave that was taken away from them. All of the Democrats know, and all they really know how to do is obstruct, resist, demolish, destroy, and delay. They've been trying to destroy Judge Kavanaugh since the very first second he was announced, because they know Judge Kavanaugh will follow the Constitution as written. You know, for 10 years, I don't know him, I never met him, but I've been hearing there's this guy named Brett Kavanaugh who is like a perfect person who's destined for the Supreme Court. I've heard that for a long time. And a lot of smart people. And first in his class at Yale, top in his class at Yale Law School. He's led like a life that's unbelievable. He's had no problems. They've never taken him out of restaurants. They've never done, this is like a person that everybody thought at the highest level on both sides. They said, someday he will be a Supreme Court judge, right? He will be a justice of the Supreme Court. And all my life, I've heard that the most important thing that a president has to do as president is the appointment of a Supreme Court justice. And I disagree. I think war, I think our military, I think peace, I think those things are, you know, those things are pretty important, right? It's pretty important. They don't say that, but I say those things are pretty important. But I have to tell you, the appointment of a Supreme Court justice, and I looked at him, and I looked at the man that we appointed just before him, Justice Neil Gorsuch. Who was put through the paces, but nothing like what's happening now is just crazed. It's crazy. What's happening now, they had a gang rape, many times. Well, that turned out to be false. So many different charges. Guilty until proven innocent. That's very dangerous for our country. That's very dangerous for our country. And I have it myself all the time. But for me, it's like a part of the job description. Let it happen to me. Shouldn't happen to him. Shouldn't happen to him. What he's going through, 36 years ago, this happened. I had one beer, right? I had one beer. Well, do you think it was, nope, it was one beer. Oh, good. How did you get home? I don't remember. How'd you get there? I don't remember. Where is the place? I don't remember. How many years ago was it? I don't know. I don't know. What neighborhood was it in? I don't know. Where's the house? I don't know. Upstairs, downstairs, where was it? I don't know. But I had one beer. That's the only thing I remember. And a man's life is in tatters. A man's life is shattered. His wife is shattered. His daughters, who are beautiful, incredible young kids. They destroy people. They want to destroy people. These are really evil people. And then you see the people that are doing it. I know everyone. I could tell you things about every one of them. Da Nang, Richard Blumenthal. This guy lied about his service. He didn't just say, gee, I was in the service. No, he said, I was in the Marines, Da Nang province, soldiers dying left and right as we battled up the hill. This went on for 15 years when he was the Attorney General of Connecticut. I thought he was a great war hero. And then it turned out he was never in Vietnam. He was in the reserves. And I watched him 2 days ago. I watched him saying, we need the truth. If we don't have, and here's a guy who was saying people were dying all around him and he was never there. And then he cried. When they caught him, he cried like a baby. Like a baby. When Jimmy Swaggart tried, it was nothing compared to Da Nang Richard. Nothing. Jimmy Swaggart was nothing compared to, he cried, I'm so sorry. He only lied for 15 years, and now he gets up. And now he talks about lying. And this man's not lying. So Blumenthal is a fraud. He's a fraud. And the reason he got elected is because in Connecticut, it's impossible for a Republican to get elected. And I did well there, but you can't. He actually gave up the race. He thought he lost. You remember that? He sort of he stopped campaigning. It was over. And then he won by 3 points. And we have him in the Senate. And now he's this great honorable guy. Because you know why? The fake news doesn't ever want to put that stuff on. They don't want to talk about it. They don't ever want to put it on. They're a bunch of fakers. And then you have Cory Booker, right? Cory Booker. Here's a guy who destroyed, practically by himself, the city of Newark, New Jersey. He was such a bad mayor. And see what he wrote himself about women. Check it out, folks. Check it out. Then he talks, how dare you treat a woman like that? Take a look at what this guy wrote. And I know about every one of them. I could go on and on. How about Feinstein? How about her? We need more time for the FBI. The FBI has to do a more thorough search. We had another woman just reported by a sleazebag lawyer named Aviate. Sleazebag. Sleazebag. We have, well, it turned out even NBC, who's as bad as they get, even NBC couldn't shield her with that interview. Did you see that interview? This woman had no clue what was going on. No clue. And yet she made the most horrible charges against a #1 in his class at Yale, perfect human being, great father, great husband. This is a great person. And people are saying, well, maybe it's true. And because of the fact that maybe it's true, he should not become a United States Supreme Court Justice. How horrible is this? How horrible is this? So this is an important time for our country. This is a time when your father, when your husband, when your brother, when your son could do great. Mom, I did great in school. I've worked so hard. Mom, I'm so pleased to tell you I just got a fantastic job with IBM. I just got a fantastic job with General Motors. I'm so proud. Mom, a terrible thing just happened. A person who I've never met said that I did things that were horrible, and they're firing me from my job, Mom. I don't know what to do. Mom, what do I do? What do I do, Mom? What do I do, Mom? It's a damn sad situation, okay? And we better start as a country getting smart and getting tough and not letting that stuff right back there, all those cameras, tell us how to live our lives. Because they are really dishonest people. Not all of them, but damn well most of them, that I can tell you. Fake news. So that's something to think about, right? That's something to think of your son, think of your husband. I've had many false accusations. I've had so many. And when I say it didn't happen, nobody believes me. It's my job description. Mr. Trump, it's okay. You can say whatever you want. They can say whatever they want about me. It's fine. Because we have the worst libel laws anywhere in the world. They can say anything they want, and we can't sue them. Because if you're famous, you can't sue. Figure that one out. But to take people that are just outstanding, have had great lives, and that life doesn't mean a thing. And you notice with the judge, they don't talk about his last 35 years. They don't talk about what, everybody knows him. He's a very well-known, the most highly respected person. Until the last couple of weeks, because they're destroying him and they're destroying his reputation, and we can't let that happen. We can't. Can't let it happen. And I don't even know him, folks. I don't even know him. I met him for the first time a few weeks ago. I don't even know him. So it's not like, oh, gee, I want to protect my friend. I want to do what's right for this country. This is a very important time in our country. Okay? Very important thing. Very important time in our country. The Democrat Party has become too extreme. This is an example of it. And too dangerous to be trusted with power. That is why you must vote Republican on Election Day, and you have to go out and vote. You know, I'm listening to commentators, and